Why is there such reluctance, or even fear maybe, of artists to speak out against untruths and injustice the way you do?
I mean, bottom line, if you ask me, a lot of people just care about their money, they don't care about their people. You know what I'm saying? You know? And that can be their own family. You know what I'm saying? Some people get this money and don't even take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? Some people get this money and don't even take care of their mama. You know what I mean? So why would they go speak on an incident that has nothing to do with them, that has something to do with a young black man that got gunned down in a town that they never been to before? You know what I'm saying? And by the way, when I was there and I was on tour, actually me and Wiz Khalifa was on tour. That was like the worst date of the whole tour. And I remember going to Wiz's room, and I was like, yo man, I really just think we should give the money that we made tonight to the family. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he was with it. And I actually spoke with Mike Brown's mother and everybody, but I went to the Quick Trip because I just wanted to really see what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And when I went over there, I saw, you know, something that I thought I'd never see in my life. I saw, you know, officers that was in this neighborhood with M16 machine guns. I saw kids riding on bikes with, you know, t-shirts tied over their face, throwing 5 bombs, and they're like, to me, that's what I call a war.
Do you worry, because there are people who will say that the careers that you create, the jobs you create, and the message you're doing now is beautiful, but what about the last 10 years? There might be somebody who was deciding whether or not to sell dope. Yeah. They got some thug motivation.
I mean, I hope it, hey man, listen, that was my path. You know, I hear Floyd Mayweather talking about his money all the time. I do not want to be a boxer. That ain't my thing. You know what I mean? So I let him do that. But with me, it was just something that I had to do. And I would do it all over again to make sure that my family's straight. I'll tell you that right now.
What about musically? Do you worry that what you put in could have made someone else make a choice that they didn't necessarily have?
But I just hope what I put in the other songs, because every song wasn't about hustling. A lot of, you know, My President's Black wasn't about hustling. You know what I'm saying? Soul Survival wasn't about hustling, it was about surviving. Now Trap or Die, that's something else. You feel me? And even then with me, you know, I was trapping or dying. I was, you know, it's been 10 years, so I can say this, you know.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, statute of limitations up.
Talk to me about that from a business perspective. If you knew then what you know now.
Well, let me say this. The difference is then that I was in a situation that I had to get out of. So Def Jam giving me a deal saved my life. Yeah. I signed my life away because I wanted to get out of the streets. Yeah. And that was the only way that I was going to do that. So,
you get a bad deal?
Huh?
You get a bad deal?
No, actually I got a great deal.
It's the first artist I ever heard us say that.
Because I got a great deal, because I'm a great businessman, and I went in there and I knew what my value was, and I didn't let them talk me off the legs. You know what I'm saying? And I made it hard for him. And you know, he asked me what the number was. I wrote it on a napkin and slid it to him. And he was like, oh. Give me a call when you're ready, brother. You know what I'm saying?
That was Jay still Def Jam?
No, actually, Kevin Lyles, L.A. Reid signed me to Def Jam, and Kevin Lyles left 2 weeks after that. And I was like, yo, Kevin, you gotta be up here at Def Jam, you're not even here. And he told me, he said, don't worry about it, somebody's gonna come that you're gonna appreciate well. And I remember I was going to do a meeting, and Def Jam, and I see this Maybach pull up. I'm like, who the hell is that? So Jay-Z get out, he said, yo, Jeezy, I'll let you. And I didn't see him, you know, a couple times in the past. He's like, man, you know, I just want you to know that I'm the new president. So this means this is our building. You know what I'm saying?
How do you react when they all just y'all know about the president?
Oh man, I don't want to tell you how I was at. You know? I mean, it was a blessing in disguise, man. And you know, just you know, working with Hov and just get a lot of gems and jewels from him. I mean, you know, Hov reminds me a lot of Meech, which was one of my great friends. And they were just always great leaders and just ahead of their time and generous people. And just to be able to, you know, get knowledge from both sides, you know, I just think that's why I'm still here today.